A local woman is outraged and disgusted after she found maggots in her food at a Midtown restaurant. And we want to warn you, parts of this story, it can be gross.
Yeah, you can see them crawling around.
Yeah.
Fox 13's Sierra Jordan is the reporter who spoke with this angry customer, and she also has a response from the restaurant as well.
Andrea Ballard went right across the street to Local on the Square with her friends for dinner. When she received her appetizer, she was shocked to find several critters inside her food.
So I'm thinking to myself, did you just dig in a trash can and put this on my plate?
Andrea Ballard couldn't believe what she saw on her plate at the Local on the Square at the corner of Madison and Cooper. Take a look at her cell phone video taken Friday night. You can see several maggots and gnats inside her loaded fries.
I saw the cheese moving. I saw little black bugs. So I'm fanning. I'm thinking maybe the gnat's coming from outside. Okay, we sit near the door. But then the little white bugs started just jumping across my plate.
This was Ballard's first time at the Local. After eating a couple of fries and noticing the bugs, she notified the manager, but wasn't happy with the way management handled the situation.
They only comped my meal and ignored us for the rest of the night.
Less than 24 hours later, the Local posted on their Facebook page this statement that reads, in part, quote, "We would like to acknowledge the contaminated food items were well within their expiration date. We identified the customer who had been served the contaminated food, and management proactively reached out to them, offering our apologies and any necessary assistance. However, Ballard says the manager has not reached out to her since the incident occurred."
It was a night of terror. Stop the lies and take accountability.
Customers are still going inside Local on the Square because they're open. I did speak to the management team, and they told me they isolated all the contaminated food and conducting a full investigation. In Midtown, Sierra Jordan, Fox 13 News.
Last 10 minutes, Local on the Square reached out to Sierra over Facebook Messenger. They say that the bugs came from a food vendor
And was packaged inside blue cheese. That food vendor is conducting its own investigation. They say they threw out all the food Friday night and scrubbed the kitchen down.
Okay. Now, I want you to see that because while this actually might be a legitimate fuck up, I want to put all of you on point. You know, if you happen to be a restaurateur, or even if you know somebody who's a restaurateur, this may very well be the next scam, the next big hustle. And here's how it goes. You saw the story. Woman had maggots in her food. And I won't get into her or how she looks. That's pretty self-explanatory. But we know who she is. But don't be surprised if these lovely ladies decide that they're going to start doing little shit like bringing little baggies of creepy crawlies or droppings from creepy crawlies and slipping them in the food. So that way they can complain about it. Now, if you got somebody who's low end, they'll, just try to get a free meal. But you're dealing with the succubus, as Black Ram calls them. And the succubus is a kamikaze, cross-referencing game changer, who will do anything to win. Even to the point of possibly ingesting some of that stuff with the intent of getting sick so that they can sue. Because many times that's what the ultimate goal is, to get some money. Now, to this particular restaurant's credit, they should have done it a little sooner. They very quickly got out there and acknowledged where they fucked up. So that kind of takes a little something off of them. But here's some other stuff that these restaurants may need to be on the lookout for, because I think that this is going to be a problem. We're going to be hearing more of this if it's not happening already. Whenever you have a group of lovely ladies coming into your establishment, you better watch them closely. You know, you ain't got to worry about Pookie and them, because Pookie's idea of fine dining is going to the little bullshit Chinese restaurant in his neighborhood. So he's not going to go somewhere like an Applebee's or Chili's or, you know, any one of the more local places like that in whatever city you're in. But I suggest you have cameras stationed to watch them. And I would also have cameras set up around where the food is, so you can look at the food. The cameras recording the food before it gets put out there from the kitchen, and it shouldn't be out there too long anyway. I wouldn't say body cams on the waiters and waitresses. I mean, that's a little extreme. And no microphones, you know, but still, you can have cameras. So that way, if they do decide to plant something in the food, and then they record it on their phone and go running to the news like this woman did. Because if you ever notice, right after 911, the second biggest number for a lot of the B-dubs in their phone is their local news channel. But if they do go running out and saying that this place had this in the food and that in the food, you can whip out your recordings. Make sure you have time stamps and say, this food was like this when we sent it out there. These people are lying. And you can call them out on it and say, we know what you're doing. You can either get the fuck up out of here, or we can have the police come and we'll take a fraud report out on your ass. And then you're going to be banned. And every damn time you come up in here, we'll call the police to arrest your ass for trespassing. This shit sounds like it's totally in left field, I know, and it sounds completely crazy. But like I said, you're dealing with somebody who will do anything to win. And I do mean anything, no matter the cost. So, you have been warned. That's my vid. Comment, rate, subscribe. SYSBM, MGTOW, Ibmore, Passport Bros, St. Nick's out.